Sorry, Rachel, I think we can't hear the sound.
Hi, Izumi.
Yeah, you're trying to play video, right?
Yes. Okay, you can.
I'm not sure we can hear. The audio is not audible.
Is it low or not audible at all?
Not audible at all. Okay, let's confirm from them. Can anyone hear the video play? Can you hear the audio?
No, I can't hear the audio yet.
Can't hear the audio.
All right, thanks for the feedback.
Okay.
So Rachel.
System.
There's a lot of people who doesn't rely on women.
Sexual harassment, gender inequality, pay gap.
Oftentimes girls just give up.
Women Tech Makers is a network of over 900 ambassadors. We bring our technical training programs to this group that then can amplify all of the effort. In 2019, only about 26% of people in technology were women, and that clearly has to change. Our impact can be really amplified and accelerated when we work in partnership with other companies, with universities, and very importantly, with governments. So we are very excited about the work we've been doing with the Department of State to equip women with skills-based training and mentorship.
It's particularly important for the State Department to engage in the types of partnerships that empower women, particularly through tech, because the expertise really lies with our private sector partners. Our expertise lies in the diplomacy, the engagement, the breadth of our network.
Women tech makers, they provide access to resources, mentorship, and a community. In other words, a sisterhood.
I had no idea how to find a job, what a career in tech is like. I had no idea that there are like so many women in tech who I can look up to. Having a mentor really changed my life.
In 2020, we brought together more than 70,000 women in over 190 countries. Our goal is to scale this program through embassy partnerships. We bring what we do well, the State Department with their reach. If we can partner together, we can just have more impact.
We have similar goals: youth engagement, women's empowerment, access to education. What we have found through partnerships is that we can go farther if we go together.
A lady in Nigeria can access mentorship from someone in Mumbai, gain access to educational funding. These are things we used to dream of, but now they are within our grasp through Women Tech Makers.
When we are getting together, we're just feeling so safe and so motivated because there's people and they're thinking like us and they're fighting for equality, and we can do something together. Don't believe when they tell you that you do not belong to a table. You belong to every single table in the world. Write your own story. Be who you want to be.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Izumi, would you like to go
ahead? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Rachel, for sharing that video with us. Hello, ladies. I know you guys are excited about the hackathon. For those presenting, I know you guys are tense. Like, I want my team to be the winner and all. But you don't need to be tensed and or whatever it is that is a solution you're bringing, you're pitching today is just know that is very important, and it's also something that don't feel because you did not maybe at the end of the whole hackathon and they announce the winners, and when you don't win you'll be like, oh, probably because our solution is not that important to them and all. No, so don't feel tense, just feel relaxed. Okay, so I want to use this opportunity to say welcome to the Women's Online Safety Hackathon hosted by Women Tech Makers Nigeria. I'm very excited to have you guys on the call. My team members are also very excited to have you guys on the call. Before we start, I would want everybody, how many are we here? 21, right? So just 2 seconds, tell us your name, where you're dialing in from. If you belong to a chapter, a community in Nigeria, you can as well share that with us. So I'll start with myself. My name is Ine Osamadi Jennifer, and I'm one of the organizing team for the Women Online Safety Hackathon. Thank you. Who wants to go first?
Hello, I'm Zion. I'm calling from Ilorin. I belong to Team ZPR. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi everyone, good morning. This is Precious Kolawole from Team ZPR as well. And basically, I'm not part of any WTM Nigeria local chapter yet, but I look forward to joining one maybe after this hackathon. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Blessing Aloho. I'm calling from Abuja. I'm one of the organizers for the hackathon.
Hello everyone, my name is Ike Naomi. I'm from a team called Early Coders and I'm talking from Warri. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Ayodeji from Team 3. I'm calling from Ibadan. I belong to the Women Tech Makers in Ibadan.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Baha Keshimeda. I'm calling from Nigeria State.
Not sure we can hear you clearly. Who wants to go next?
Hello everyone, my name is Dorcas Bamishile. I'm from Team 8. I'm calling from Osun State.
All right, good morning everyone. My name is Eke Blessing from Team 8. I'm calling from Abia State.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Chinwe Zebu. I'm joining this call from Warri. I'm a member of Team Leaders.
Hello everyone. I'm Nancy and I'm calling from Kwara State. WTM Ambassador of GDG WTM Akoko. And I'm happy to be here.
Hello everyone, my name is Safiya Saleh from GDG Zaria, Softtech Solutions team. I'm also happy to be here, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Doris Eshade from Timeli Coders.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Mariam Idris from GDG Zaria Softtech Solution, joining from Kaduna.
Hello everyone, my name is Rawat Imam, Softtech team.
Okay, for others who are not able to unmute themselves, you can use the chat box to drop your name, where you're dialing in from, and if you belong to a community, you can as well drop it there. So thank you guys, thank you ladies for joining the call. We are excited to have you join us on the hackathon. We are going to be looking forward to the teams who are going to be presenting their solutions on how to be safe online, and we're also going to be listening to our speakers talk about how you can be safe online as well. So welcome. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you all for joining the call, and please stay with us to learn and also hear the team who are going to be presenting today to present to us their solutions on how to stay safe online. Cheers.
Hey, thank you so much. Quickly going to go over our
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Rachel, I think your audio is not audible enough. You can check that out. Hello. I'm sorry, can everyone use the chat box to drop yes if you can hear Rachel perfectly well, please? Thank you. Okay, Victoria said no, Fatima said no. Okay. Okay, so let's just hold on for Rachel to fix that. Oh, good. I'll just be going through the chat box to see if other. So for those that just joined, we are trying to introduce ourselves, tell us your name, where you're dialing in from. If you belong to a community, Women Tech Makers community, you can as well drop it on the chat box. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kosi from Women Tech Makers Onitsha.
Welcome, Kosi. Hello.
Thank you so much.
Hi, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Rachel.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think when I played the video earlier, yeah. Hi, everyone. So thank you so much, Izine, for leading that introductory section. So I'm just going to quickly share our community guideline. That is how we expect that everyone would respect one another over the next few hours that we would be together. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen again. Please, can you confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Google Community Guideline and Anti-Harassment Policy for in-person and virtual events. So I'm just going to give like a run through. I can't read everything because that would just take so much of our time. So during this event, this is a safe place for we expect that this is going to be a safe place for everyone. That is, no one would feel like they are being harassed either because of their gender, their sexual orientation, disabilities, physical appearance, ethnicity, nationality, race, religion, or anything. We expect that everyone will be respectful to each other. If you see something and you feel someone is being harassed in the chat section, please speak up to either myself, Izini, or Blessing, and we will try to provide assistance. Please, after this call, we expect that no one would stalk anyone online. I mean, we are here for Women Online Safety Hackathon, so it's highly expected that no one would be stalking someone else online, sharing explicit images of people from here, or even their solution. Everyone reserves the right to privacy, and we should all respect everyone that is right here. So basically, I really am grateful for everyone who has joined the call, and I'm pretty sure that we would have an amazing time. So for the next thing is that we would be having our keynote speech, and I'm not sure Rana is here, but I think maybe she joined in with her audio device. So Rana Abdulhamid is one of the people who started the Women Online Safety Hackathon. Within Google. Hello. Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay, I think my network went off or something. Okay, sorry, isn't it? Could you just let me know where you stopped hearing me from?
Okay, you're trying to introduce our
speaker. Okay, yeah, so I was trying to introduce Rana. I am not sure if Rana is here already. Just to make sure. Okay, Rana is not here. So I'm just going to do like a brief introduction as to why we are all here for this session. A lot of women athletes, 1 out of 3 women gets harassed online every day. And that is something that we need to change, which is why the Women Online Safety Hackathon is something that it's really important to the women technicals community, being that we know that everybody has the right to share their views online, whether right or wrong. As a woman, we should not be facing gender-based violence. And the women here have gathered here with solutions they are proposing as to best ways we can curb the whole issue of gender violence, gender-based violence towards women online, which is why we are pretty excited about the solutions the women are going to be presenting today. And while everything may not be feasible, we trust that every solution being presented here is out of a heart of yearning for a better life, for a better being secure online, which is why everybody hears whatever you post online or whatever harassment you face online, you do not deserve to face it. And we hate that at one point or the other, you've had to go through this. And everybody here is excited, at least everybody on the Women Technicals Hackathon organizing team in Nigeria. We're excited about the solutions these women are going to be presenting, because we know that it's going to be a pace that we are setting for change for women in Nigeria. And hopefully women in other countries get to adapt this. This hackathon is being hosted across the world, and it may not be today, but Nigeria will hosting ours today. Every region is hosting theirs at one point or the other. So imagine all of these solutions, we get to bring them together and it actually works. We get to provide more solutions or more ways for women to avoid being harassed online. I strongly believe that that would make a lot of people's life better. A lot of people you don't even know get harassed every day, because it's not something that you even want to talk about. So having these women here actually put in the work, put in the effort since last week till today to put in the work to build solutions for this, it's really impressive, which is why we are super excited about this. While we have, at the beginning of the hackathon, we had about 7 teams. Yeah, 7 teams applied to join the hackathon and to compete in the hackathon. And we had about 34 individuals who were formed into teams. And we came up with about 13 teams to host within the hackathon. They were all invited to Slack, and it was a really amazing experience seeing these women talk about their solutions in each of their Slack channels. But it gets tough over time. But for today, we have 7 teams who will be pitching their solution. I am super excited about what they will be presenting. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to join us today. I am pretty sure that it's going to be an amazing time here. If you have any comments about the solutions the women are presenting, you can always drop it in the chat section. If you would like to invite people to join us for the call, I am going to drop a link to the YouTube channel where they can view externally in the chat section. Thank you so much, everyone. So right now we are going to go ahead to begin, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and begin pitching, and we will be starting. So our judges, I am just going to do a quick intro. Our judges, we have Onajite. Onajite is one of our regional leads at Women Tech Makers for Sub-Saharan Africa. And I'm really excited that she took up this opportunity to be part of this. I would like each judge to introduce themselves. I'm just going to do like a brief introduction, then each judge gets to introduce themselves, and then we will quickly jump into the pitch. Ira is the co-founder of Bitcoins, and then she's also a Google developer expert for web technologies. And then we have Jessica Mandada. Jessica is a gender rights activist, and she's driving solutions towards ensuring that every woman has the right to making decisions about her body, about her well-being, about her family. And these are women who have wealth of experience, which is why we know that they are going to judge with no bias. We are going to have an amazing time. So thank you so much, everyone. So Onajite, would you quickly introduce yourself to the house? Hi, GT.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, Rachel. Hello, ladies. I'm so happy to be here today. As Rachel mentioned, my name is Onajite. I head out Women Tech Makers for Sub-Saharan Africa at Google. And as you all know, Women Tech Makers, our vision is to create community, create an enabling environment for women to grow, to learn, about technology and to grow in their expertise and build thriving careers in technology. This hackathon is, an amazing initiative by some of my colleagues, including Rana, who hopefully we'll get to meet today. As Rachel mentioned in her introduction, at least every single woman here has experienced some sort of harassment or annoyance online. And I'm really, really excited to see some of the solutions that, the amazing teams come up with today to some of these challenges and how we can make them, a reality. So thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to hearing, all the pitches and hopefully selecting the top 3 to win the prizes. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Anachiti. So Iri, would you like to go next?
Hi, everyone. Hope you can all hear me. Yeah, I'm also really, really excited to be here. When I heard about this hackathon, I thought it was just like a brilliant idea because as we've already covered, all women have experienced some form of like harassment, and particularly online, it can be really tricky to find solutions to it because it's not something that's as easily regulated as like the physical world. So I'm really excited to hear some of these pitches and see who we can pick. And yeah, introduction to myself as well. My name is Iri and I'm a front-end developer and a UI designer. So I'm also like one of the co-founders of Bitcoins, which is a cryptocurrency exchange, and also like a Google expert in web technologies. So I look forward to actually like looking at the technical aspects of all the pitches today and seeing how everyone is using like various, I think specifically also Google technologies to see how to like come up with solutions for this. So yeah, thank you for having me. And yeah, really excited to get this started.
Thank you so much, Iri. Jessica, would you like to introduce yourself? Hi, Jessica. Oh, okay, Jessica dropped chat. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Rachel. I'm so excited to be here and to see the pictures that everyone will present. The pictures that will be presented. I am Jessica, gender and communication specialist, economic justice campaigner, and activist for women's rights. Thank you so much to all of our judges. So I think before the call ends, we would definitely have time for the judges to show their faces. Yeah. So to get right into it, or to just give everyone a bit of time, I would like one of our partners to give an introduction about themselves. We have 2 partners for this event. Aside our sponsors, which is the Women Tech Makers by Google. We have other partners, Nigerian companies. So Rita, if you would like to give a brief introduction about TalentQL. TalentQL is one of the partners. Before Rita goes ahead to give her introduction, could we have, we would be presenting, the first three teams that we're presenting would be in this order. We have Team ZPR, and then we have Team ZPR, Team Solution Tech, and then Team Secure. These are the first three teams in this order. Please try to get your decks ready before we get right in. Rita, hi.
Sorry, we couldn't get the second team.
Team Soft Tech. Is it Soft Tech or Solution Tech? Just to be sure. Soft Tech Solution Team. Team ZPR first, Soft Tech Solution Team second, and I think I mentioned the last team to be, okay, yeah, the last team we would have early coders. Team ZPR, Soft Tech Solution Team, and early coders in that order. You all have 5 minutes to pitch your deck, to pitch your solution and give a demo. Hi, Rita. Over to you.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for the intro. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. My name is Rita. I'm the technical recruiting manager for TalentQL. So I'll just be sharing more insight into what we do as a company. Is it fine if I share my screen?
Yes, you have access to share your screen.
Awesome. A minute, please. All right, just let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, it just came up.
All right, great. So TalentQL, we're a startup, pretty young, doing exciting stuff. So basically, we're a company that is in the business of helping companies build a world-class remote technical team. So what this means is we're very heavy on opportunity and how we can drive opportunity as a company for individuals, irrespective of your location or your class or your race. However, at this point for us, we're majorly focusing on Africans. So right now, when you think of TalentQL, you're thinking that is providing African technical talents to companies. So for us, it's about distributing the African brilliance, maybe not with the opportunity. So for us, it's about matching this brilliance and then bringing in opportunities to make that match just perfect for everybody. So just a quick introduction into what we do. So we hire and manage performing and high-performing teams for people. So when I say people, I'm specifically speaking about companies. So our business model is B2B. So what's the benefit this does for companies? So they can hire high-performing talents and teams remotely. So the whole cost of recruiting, all of that is taken off you. And the fact that we have a pool of vetted engineers that we work with, what that means is you're able to hire at a faster rate. So it just cuts you the whole cost of time overlap between when you need a talent and when you're actually supposed to bring this talent on board. So basically provide access to top talents at affordable costs. Like I said, when you look at the time value of money and all the operational costs around you going to look for this talent yourself, starting these conversations and possibly just keep meeting people that really do not match your need, there's a total overhead cost around that. So working with us is something that would help you reduce that cost to a very good number. And then we give access to like a strong community, resources and growth. Our service offering. So basically we're focused on global startups. So we help you deliver quality and drive excellence for you regardless of the geography of talent. So that is what we do basically. And just to give an idea of the kind of people we hire at the moment. So like I said, we're fully focused tech startup. So we're basically dealing with talent. So when you think about software engineering, you want to think around all the people that come together to bring software to life. Can you guys hear me?
Rita, your audio is breaking.
Okay. Is it better now? Can you confirm if it's clear now?
It's clear, but it's still breaking.
All right. I don't know why it's breaking, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great. So that's it about us now. I'm excited to be here. And also get insight into beautiful solutions. I look forward to seeing. I also get a hang on what we're working on. Thank you guys. Thank you, Rita.
Yeah, thank you so much. One they provide access to quality opportunities to engineers. So as an engineer or as a developer, let's drop the link in the chat section in case you would like to join the TalentQL pipeline network or TalentQL talent pool network, where they have access to opportunities. So I just dropped a link in the chat section, TalentQL for developers. You can always sign up there and you will go through a series of tests according to the company's standard, but eventually you will be matched with the right opportunity. Thank you so much, Rita, for that. So going into this, okay, Team ZPR, kindly share your screen and begin your presentation. Your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Rachel Olomo, and I'll be representing on behalf of Team ZPR. The name of our solution is Safe Cyber, and Safe Cyber will be addressing the problem statement, tackling harassment through allies. So these are the members of my team, and I am the one at the extreme right, Rachel. So I'm going to explain how we're coming about the solution in form of a story. So we have a girl called Mary. She's an independent lady, 24-year-old. She just got a promotion in her law firm and she made partner. Now, unknown to Mary did not realize that also she had someone running for the same role, Linda, but there was only one person that could be picked for the spot, which is which Mary got. So Linda became very upset and began to cyberbully Mary and threaten her, gave her death threats online via WhatsApp messages. So how can Mary solve this problem? This is where Safe Cyber comes in. So Safe Cyber is an automated web form that is AI enabled in such a way that it is the body between the ally and the victim. Mary being the victim, and the ally here being the police station or the law firm that would take up the case. So moving straight to how the system was designed and how it works, we have Mary will be able to log into our web page, click on the report form, then she goes, her inputs are stored in our database, but before it is stored there, it goes to the machine learning section where it classifies the category of harassment she has gone through and makes a decision on the type of action to take. Then it is stored in our data layer in form of a table, and then the admin, it goes straight to the admin portal. So from there, we can give it to the ally organization for the person in charge to, as in form of a CSV file, to see that, okay, this is what Mary has gone through. This is the complaint. This is what we suggest that should happen. So based on that, you can write a letter. You can write, you can create a restraining order. So this is the form. This is how the form looks like. These are just screenshots. This is what the database looks like. We use SQL Alchemy to create it. And before I show you the demo, the conclusion is that Mary was able to get her solution because Linda was offered a restraining order and a strong warning for a lawsuit if she broke the restraining order. And that saved Mary going through psychological stress, eliminated physical stress, and also reduced the emotional stress that she will encounter with no discrimination. So moving straight to the demo, I will be playing it right here.
Everyone, this is the cyber and online platform where people can get escalate their issues for people taken up by the necessary allied organization. So we have this part into our online form where a user can drop their details and get request for their email address. And requesting for the or the then we have the archive identity also the case that and then the location of the victim. And yes, it was requested for the victim to give a detailed recount of their experience with the perpetrator. Then the other person also requested for a picture, which can be drawn just as evidence if it's online.
Team Zephyr, your time is up.
Okay, and really that is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Zephyr. Judges, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have. I wanted to clarify. I don't know if you already mentioned this. Maybe I didn't hear you. But what Google technology, if any, are you using in this solution? And the second is, have you shared this with anyone for feedback? Have you made any changes to it while you were building this prototype?
Okay, first of all, we did not use any Google solution for this. All the technologies that we used are exhibited here. And because this is a prototype and there wasn't enough time, we weren't able to take it out for testing. We were only able to do it locally with ourselves, put in people's details and create a form out of it. Here is a copy of what it looks like. If you allow me to share my screen.
We can see it.
Okay, you can see my screen. Okay, sorry, please, I'm trying to get it on. So here is what the the admin database looks like. So we're just able to put in some few inputs and test run it to actually see if it will generate something for us. So nobody has tested it apart from we, the team members.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Iri, do you have any question, Jessica?
Yes, I was wondering if you could expand on how like you're using AI/machine learning. So if someone comes in and puts in a description of like what happened to them, what exactly are you doing and what information are you trying to retrieve from that?
Okay, so this is how the machine learning part works. Once it has retrieved the inputs from the form, all these inputs here are supposed to be I would call it independent variable. So the dependent variable here is the category of harassment and a suggestion on what to do. So what it does is that it was trained by a classifier model. So with previous data, so it knows that, okay, if the person was cyber bullied with death threats, it's probably cyber stalking. If the person's images were released online, it's a form of doxing. So it has already been trained. So after that, it is given based on the new instances that are put into it. It will now be able to categorize it into the form of harassment and also suggestion. So it has already gone through some level of training and pre-processing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jessica, do you have any question? Okay, Jessica's question is, how responsive is this to urgent cases?
Okay, for this should be an immediate action. This is supposed to be something that is linked from the victim straight to the ally body, because once it is reported, it just drops there. So it will actually now depend on the speed at which the ally bodies will act on this.
Okay, thank you so much, Team ZPR. Thank you for taking the time to build this solution. Up next, we have soft text solutions.
All right.
Soft text solution, your time starts now.
Oh no.
Everyone, good morning. I hope you can all hear me. My name is Safia Saleh, the project manager of the Softtech Solutions team. So let me start. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
The name of our app is Softtech Solutions. We are a member of 4 team members. What is Softtech? Softtech is a mobile app that uses a virtual assistant which combines psychological assessment with voice engineering to manage and tackle online harassment. In Nigeria, a lot of women get hacked online daily through lack of awareness, online harassment, and then cyber stalking. The main app features we have are psychological assessment, virtual consultation, cyber alert, and then safety awareness. So our solution, I have the link. Sorry, it will open just now. Yes, like I said, we have psychological assessment, consultations, and then so first of all, this is the sign-off process. A user registers his phone number, an OTP code is sent to him. Then you have to accept our terms and conditions. Then you update your image, and then you add your username. Also, you can also connect to your social handles, and then it will what? It will request for permission. You have to accept it. Then it will take you to the dashboard. We have 5 features, which is psychological assessment, chat, cyber alert, safety tips, and then the virtual assistant. So let's talk about the psychological assessment. The psychological assessment gives a user assessment based on points to see if they are prompt to hacking or cyber bullying. So when you submit, it will give you in form of points to see whether if you're assessed, whether you are safe online. So if, for example, you were to have 70%, then you know you're a bit safe, but below 70, you know there's issue. Next, we have the chat. You can either chat with consultants or bots to help you when you are harassed or bullied online. Next, we have the cyber alert. The cyber alert, like I said in the beginning, you connect to your social handles and then request for permission. You get access. It will get access to your DMs, your tweets, and your posts, and then it will fetch information in form of notifications, as you can see, that will alert your cyber page to know whether if you are being stalked or harassed online. For example, like this first notification, you can either block someone, or if you choose, you can also spam that person. Next, we have the safety tips. Safety tips is more like a blog. Users can just read and then they can like and also share to their various social media pages. Next, we have the virtual assistant. Some of us would not like to chat. They may prefer to speak with consultants for people who have been harassed online or bullied online, and they can also seek help from these consultants. So going back to my slide.
Hello, Sophia.
Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to share the screen.
Okay. Please know that you have just one.
Okay, going back to my slide. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I have 1 more minute left.
Okay, our business model, the income generation will revolve around what? Advertisements and also subscriptions. When we place advertisements and other promotions, then people will also subscribe to our application. In conclusion, we've been able to combat online stalking and then online harassment if at all this app is being deployed. As you can see, this is the problem statement and then the solution, then the problem impact, which is fear, anger, depression, and which can also lead to post-traumatic stress disorder. So thank you so much. And I would like to thank my team members. There's Mariam Idris for partnership and marketing, Hafsat El Yaqub for UI and UX developer, then Ramat Imam Abba for cybersecurity. I think that's all. I'm done. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, SOT team. Judges, do you have questions?
Yes, I have a question. That was really great. Thank you so much for sharing that. I wanted to understand how you guys are managing, or how you guys will plan to manage things like security and privacy, because people are giving you access to their social media handles and their DMs. So what kind of tools do you put in place for that? And then also in terms of the technology that you're using, are you using any Google technologies at all? Yeah, those are my 2 questions. Thank you.
For our Google technology, we are going to use the Firebase, and also we're going to use virtual assistant. That's the voice for Google Assistant, which is a Google Cloud service. Then Flutter, which is a native app development by Google. Also, for the security future, I would direct that to my member, Ramat Imam Abba. She's a cybersecurity expert. If she's online, she would answer you right now.
Hello,
Ramat, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
And we are using Google Security. Hello. Hello.
We can hear you, Ramat.
Rama, we can hear you. Continue.
We are using Google Security. The users have to give us permission. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Onajit, a question.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Iri, any question from your end?
Yeah, I guess two parts, sort of like a follow-up to the previous question on, yeah, I think that you said that you're using Google Security to, I guess, get the permission from users. But in terms of once you then have access to all of that, is there anything that you're doing to like safeguard all the information that you have access to? And then secondly, what my question was, have you spoken to users that's like are potential users of this app and gotten their feedback on what they think of how it works and all of that?
Okay, let me answer this question. Thank you for the question. After the analysis, we don't save anything. Hello?
Okay, so you're not saving any of the information?
Yes, we are not after the analysis.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Jessica, any questions?
I think there was a second question. Iri had a second question.
Yeah, about the user research and if you've gotten feedback from anyone, potential users.
Okay, we talked to a couple of customers or a couple of users about that one. And they give feedback based on what we asked them and all.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, one more question. Like, where are you in the development of it? Like, have you like begun actually like making the application?
We are actually at the first stage of development, which is the prototyping.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sorry, I have one more question as well. So you showed what the user has different options when they receive like a malicious DM to either block or spam the person. Are you automating that in any way? For example, if I'm just imagining if I was a user, I may not necessarily want to see all of those kinds of messages. Do you think maybe do you think a next step would maybe to using AI automatically block certain types of messages or give the user the ability to say, any message that contains this kind of language, I don't want to see it. And then the app can automatically block or delete such messages so that they don't even have to see it and get upset in the first place.
Okay, let me go. In the initial state, it's going to be manual. Then at a later point, it's going to be fully automated.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, team Soft Tech Solution. Over to Ellie Coders. Ellie Coders, your time starts now.
Mun gama, insha Allah za mu ci.
Ellie Coders. Do we have anyone from team Ellie Coders here? Okay. Since we don't
Hello,
have
can you hear me?
I hope.
Look,
Yeah.
my name is Lawe Hope. I'll be presenting for encoders. So I'll share my screen. Share. Okay. The name of my team is Encoders. These are the names of my team members: Lawe O, Shiwe, Zebi, Naomi, and Doris. So we came up after we conducted secondary research and confirmed that women are more likely to be victims of online harassment on social media platforms. We then proceeded to create an app that will tackle this issue. And from our research, we have seen that this harassment is high on Facebook, followed by Instagram, then WhatsApp. So from their needs and pain points, we were able to come up with a solution that we believe will tackle it. So here is the presentation. I'll play that now to see how the app functions. So this is our login page, create to sign in. The beauty of this app is that when this app is being downloaded by the user, the app is going to pop up notifications that is going to give orientations to the users. So because harassment is another form of bullying that comes from an individual, and since we cannot stop an individual from saying things that are offensive to our users, we come up with this app that will give orientations to our users. These orientations will pop up on their screens as tips, telling them what content to post, what not to post, and what they should know on each social media platform. Sorry, I would love to focus your attention on this part of the app. Yeah. So here is how the user uses the app after signing and all. We are here to help you. Let's say the signer, the username is Jane. And once Jane click on the what to know, get help, and these are basically what the users are going to see. After doing all that, then the users can then have notification on their phones. They can add in the social media or the platform that they want the app to control. Could be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, any of these social media platforms. So the app is addressing only social media platform and what the content they need to know about, what to post, what not to say, how to tackle harassment or how to tackle content that they find offensive. So that's just basically what our app is all about, to give the right orientation to our users for them to avoid being harassed or to know what to do when they are faced with such harassment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ellie Coders. If you could just drop the link to your demo video in the chat section, that would really be awesome. Georges, do you have?
Just like a clarifying question. So what the app will do will then link people to, like, I guess, documentation that maybe Facebook or Instagram has on their website on how to tackle harassment. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, great.
Then we also give them, we also provide a platform for them to reach out to agencies that can help them. Could be legal, could be professional help.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
I just wanted to confirm what problem statement you're trying to solve with this app.
Okay, the problem statement 6.
Can you call out what problem statement 6 is?
That talks about what happened during an harassment, before an harassment, and after an harassment. So that's it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, welcome. Thank you too.
Okay, Jessica, any question from your end? So I think Jessica is having a bit of an audio issue today. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ellie Coders. Blessing, would you like to? So we'll be taking a brief break. So before we come back, please, the next teams that we're presenting would be Team 8. Yeah, Team 8, Ladies Crushing IT Africa, Team Secure, and Triple B. I will take that order again. Team 8, Ladies Crushing IT Africa, Team Secure Soft, and Team Triple B. I will drop it in the chat section. Blessing, over to you.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'll be calling on our partner, the pair, and person of Mr. Michael Trojan. He'll be talking to us about the pair, what they do. And yeah, they launched a new product yesterday. So hi, Mr. Trojan. Are you there?
Hi, Blessing. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, awesome. The Peer is a tech company. We help businesses carry out transactions with other customers on other platforms through various methods. We could do a peer-to-peer transaction to a user using another app different from yours. And businesses, on the other hand, especially loan businesses, can carry out direct charge requests. So imagine having some money in Bata and you took a loan from, let's say, a bank. The bank would directly charge your Bata account to repay your loan without you having to go through the hassle of making the bank transfer, going to the bank directly, or submitting an invoice or a payment request. So that's really what we do at the Peer, and we do this by providing APIs to businesses. Our APIs are robust enough to support peer-to-peer, direct charge, recurring billing, or recurring charges, and user indexing and user insights. That's a brief overview of what we do at the Peer. We are open to having conversations in case you work at a company that would like to use the Peer, or you have curiosity on how you could use the Peer for your personal projects. If you have any questions, if the time permits, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it at the chat session.
Thank you.
Rachel. Yeah, thank you very much. Rachel, over to you.
Thank you so much, Trojan. Thank you, Blessing. So moving forward, we have Team 8. Team 8, are you ready for your presentation? Your time starts now. Team 8.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Victoria, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Victoria from Team 8. I will be presenting on behalf of my team member. So I'll be sharing my screen now.
just before Victoria shares her screen, I'm just going to drop the hashtag for today's event in the chat section. Tweet in and just tag, use the hashtag, and we'll be able to, you can talk about it.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah. So you can just use the following hashtag and we will track it.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Please go ahead.
Okay, so we are 4 in our team. Let's say Ose Dockers. My name is Victoria. So I'm going to be starting. So the problem we are tackling is okay, I'm just going to say it in like a storyline. So imagine, okay, on Twitter now I'm sure most of us must have like seen people get harassed on Twitter, like people reply or the savage reply and all of that, and then sometimes some people actually get to like leave WhatsApp, leave Twitter, and then come back and all of that. So I think it's emotional for some people with the way people reply to their messages. So what we are working on is a tool that will sense all this kind of harassment. So our tool is going to be like an API that will be integrated into websites and applications. So
Hi Victoria, we can't see your screen anymore.
can you see my screen now? Let me share my screen again.
Okay, can we confirm that we can see Victoria's screen in the chat section?
Or should I
share it to
Victoria? Can you hear me now?
I can see your screen. Please go ahead.
Okay. So we've actually started developing the website, the blog site that will use the API on, but we are not done yet. So when I'm done presenting, one of my team member would show you that. Yeah, so the technology that we are using for this is going to be Google AI, and that is the machine learning kit. So that's what we'll be using to build our tool, but we've not done that yet. So the solution will be like, okay, as soon as the tool detects, so like the ML kit is going to be detecting text and images that are abusive and all of that. So once it detects it, what it does is that it sends a warning and all of that. And also first we can also do it like it should like delete the comments and all of that and prevent the person from continue sending a comment or continue chatting, and then the person will like be taken to like another page to warn the person that okay, this is not okay. And also in an extreme situation where users where probably the person sends like a body shaming images and all of that to the person, the tool can actually stop the person from commenting on that side. Let's take Twitter for example, and then the tool will be sending responses that it gets to another website. Maybe that's going to be like a security company website that will be handling that to sanction the person. So that's for the storyline. So the solution, in fact, is that this tool is going to be like very fast and effective, and it will provide support and aid to people. So the tool can be integrated into any website and application. Yeah. Thank you. So is Dockers or Blessing on the calls, they can show them the website.
Hello,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Dockers, you have 1 minute.
Hello?
Hi, Dorcas, we can hear you. You have 1 minute.
Okay, so our main stuff is to build what will be able to recognize this, and it will allow the user, then it will take the user to a place step to step on what to take according to this according to the harassment test or image that the user received. So we've not be able to implement what it will detect the test or the image. We are still working on that, but we're able to build the sites that will help the user the step by step that they will take in tackling the harassment. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, oops, it's not scrolling. So this is the kind of websites or blog that will help the user in dealing with any harassment that they may come in contact with. Sure. So, but in the future, we hope to build an app that the user can voice out either anonymously or as a non-person if they want to talk to someone. And this app will offer consultation that will help the user for them to share their feelings and talk about their fear when facing harassment. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Team 8. Judges, question.
I'm a bit unclear as to how it's like integrates with the social media platforms. Like, is something like how? Yeah, I don't know whether maybe you can try and explain again, like how the site integrates with like Twitter, for example. How do it alert somebody of something that's happening on Twitter? Is it like an app? Is it something? Yeah, maybe just a bit more explanation around that.
It's just like an AI that will be able to read, that will be implemented in the in social media or any chats or any media, so that it will be able to read the person's texts or messages, which will be encrypted. Then it will be able to notify the user if it encounter any harassment test or any images or video.
Okay,
So is it an application that's like a user would install?
Sorry, it's going to be a plugin. It's a tool. It's going to be a plugin that will be installed into the website or the app that it's be used for. So we wanted to use the websites that Talkers showed now to explain it, but because we are not done yet, that was why we could not do that. So we're supposed to like explain with like comments when you send images and text through by commenting on somebody's blog and all of that, then the API will be able to work, but we've not been able to do that yet.
Okay, thank you.
Anajite, questions?
No, I had pretty much the same question that Ire did, so I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, so just to give more context, Blessing in the chat box is saying our tool is to be integrated into websites, our application. The site is still at the prototyping stage. It detects abusive words, videos, images, etc. It works like a plug-in integrated into social networks. Jessica is asking, does it detect multiple languages to detect? Does it detect multiple languages to detect the abusive words, or is that just in English?
No, it doesn't detect multiple languages for now, but we might be able to work on that later.
Thank you so much, Team 8. Ladies crushing IT.
Hello guys, so I'm just going to be sharing my screen now. Good afternoon, everybody. So please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Just a moment, please, while I pull up the slides. So my team is Ladies Crush Knit Africa. The team members are myself, Uchechun Dukwe. We have Onyewa Chukwu and Ezine Osuamadi. So basically, we all know what online safety is talking about, and the solution we are going to be tackling today. We are going to be talking about doxing. Putting out your information online and people having access to the information online, using it for threat purposes and all that. So we are going to be basically working on a preventive method. Just a moment, to ensure that our information is really minimized when it's online. So I'll be using a term PII mostly in this slide, and when I say PII, I mean personally identifiable information. So that's what the solution is about. So like you can see on the slide, doxing, revelation of personally identifiable information, including but not limited to your names, addresses, phone numbers, email address. So the problem impact is to silence women online, threaten them. So I personally have had experiences where people contact me via phone calls on WhatsApp, and then you're saying you got my phone number from Facebook, and you're asking me, am I still in Port Harcourt? And it's like really scary because I don't even know who you are. So these are examples of the kind of things ladies face, or the kind of situations ladies face. So how do we intend to solve this problem? We are going to be introducing a browser extension or plugin to address the needs. The browser extension is going to be enhanced by the Chrome extension technology. So that's the basic technology we are using here, Chrome extensions and Chrome Web APIs. So the technology would enable targets to. So these are the problems. Just a moment. So the problems we are addressing, basically the technology that will enable a target of doxing to remove their PII from unwanted sites, and a future of intervention that will be implemented for platforms to make it harder for perpetrators to maliciously post personal information. So like I said earlier, we are basically trying to minimize the access to personal information from other persons and to minimize it online. So the solution impacts, how is it going to affect users positively? It's going to be one web form PII checks. Like I said, personal identifiable information. That's what I mean by PII. So when you're filling out a web form, it should be able to tell you that this is your personal information. Do you want to remove it? Do you want to go ahead or not? PII marks, you should be able to mark your information online when you're filling it. It gives you an option. If you're in an exposed environment and people might be watching, it gives you an option. Would you like to mark this information? Social media PII check. So like I stated earlier, it's going to be a plugin or an extension you can attach to websites. So it's going to be basically running PII checks for you to confirm if any of your information is on your website, on a page, basically. And then another feature is going to have, an extended feature is going to be webcam authentication. So is your web camera on? Is your web camera not on? Added value, the solution has an advantage compared to previously preferred solutions. Most times when you do wrong Google searches, they just tell you stay safe and all that. Ensure your privacy settings is turned on. But now we are trying to ensure that you always get that pop-up whenever you log into websites, and then you can keep your information safe. So the gap here is that it's trying to keep you constantly informed, trying to keep you constantly informed. So what are the existing solutions? Like I said earlier, a lot of search results will give you some self-services you can use, antivirus, VPNs. But what does this do? It's like an automatic help. So it's the name of the solution is called safety police. Now, why is it a safety police? Because it should be there at every point to assist you, to police you around when you forget what you're supposed to do. Because most times we are just not conscious about this thing. So the pop-up is always there to make sure that you use it. So the profitability. Sorry. It's profitable because it's very easy to use. We don't have access to your information. You just make sure that you're safe online. Just make sure that you're safe online, and then it's very scalable because anybody can use it. And
Ladies Fashion IT, you have 1 minute.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get you. So I'm going to be showing the UI. Let me share my screen again. Please pardon me, I'm trying to share my screen to show you the UI, but I think network is delaying.
Okay, Uchechi, let me share my screen so you can, as I'm sharing the screen, you can probably talk from there.
Perfect.
This that works. Okay, so this is the UI. Okay, yeah, so this is the UI. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
No, we can't see your screen.
Can you see it now? Can you see my screen now?
I need to stop sharing for you to share. So
please, have you stopped?
Yes, I have.
Can you see my screen now?
So just click on the password. When you try to input your password, you're going to see a message appear, and the message is reminding you that you're inputting your password. So you would want to max it. Now go back to the email address tab. You're going to see max information, and the information is maxed already. This is your personal Facebook page. Now it's already implemented in the Facebook page, and isn't it? Please just go back to the Facebook page, the login. So when you click on login, now you can see your home address, you can see your phone number, and then you have the option to max information just by the right-hand side there. And when you click on max PII, you can, isn't it? Please click on max PII. So once you click it, you can see that your personal information goes away.
Your time is up, please.
I think she's having issue.
Okay, thank you so much. Ladies Question IT, judges, do you have questions?
Yeah, so thank you, ladies. This looks really good as well. So I had a couple of questions. One is, so I like the idea of, a pop-up giving you a constant reminder when you're about to input your PII. But are you also thinking of what happens if the PII, despite, doing the masking and all of those things, my PII still gets, misused by someone? Is there an extension for you to maybe alert people on if their PII is found where it shouldn't be, or like kind of what's the next step beyond, just this solution that you've shown us today? Are you thinking, about iterations in the future?
Exactly. Thank you very much for the question. So that should have been part of the slide, but due to time, we could not add it. So it's going to be like a feature. Now, what the third feature is supposed to do, it's supposed to enable you plug in or other extension to all your social media accounts and be on your web browser at every point in time. So what it's going to do, you're going to be able to set that particular extension. Now, when you download the extension, you have your own settings. One of the things the settings will allow you to do, or the setting will allow you to do, is to run regular checks. So it's going to ask you, would you like daily checks? Would you like monthly checks? Would you like quarterly checks on the level of your...
So let me add to what she's saying. In the nearest future, we're also looking at that. So when we do the first pilot and we get feedbacks from users, we probably partner with Google, Facebook for all the social logins to be able to secure users' details. Hope that answers the question.
Yes. So just to clarify, so when people download the extension, you ask them to fill in all of their PII in a form, and then you store that information. Is that correct?
No, we are not storing their information.
So how are you able to confirm? How are you able to check their PII, being used externally or in other sites?
Okay, so we are tackling the problem from a preventive point. So we are trying to limit access to personally identifiable information as much as possible. So that's why we are not gathering users' data.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Iri, any question from you?
Yeah, I guess sort of a follow-up question in that, I don't really understand how you can alert people that their PII is being used in has been shared in a site if you don't have access to it. So how do you know what information belongs to me to then tell me that it's been exposed or it's been leaked?
Okay, I'll just go for easiness. So basically, this is a technology tool. You're going to be linking it to most of your social media accounts, which already have your personal information. Now, we're trying as much as possible not to gather the personal information to ourselves. So we don't want you filling in your information on any forms. So when you link this extension to your social media accounts, because it's a smart technology, it can dictate the information that is the same on every platform. So for instance, you have your phone number, you have your home address. So when we have that kind of information, especially unique information like phone number, such information is unique. So it can always use the information it already has to just run further checks on you. Now, it's not saying for certain that this is your information. It's only going to be a pop-up to tell you these are the results we found. Now, you as a person will take the next step to confirm if this has anything to do with you or it does not have anything to do with you.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Team Ladies Question IT Africa. Just before we move on to the next team, which is Team Secure. Yeah, Team Secure Soft. I would like everyone to just briefly take time to tweet about this hackathon, at least one thing that has inspired you among the solutions that everyone has built. Just put out one tweet. I've dropped hashtags in the chat section. You can just use that, and the team, we will track it and also retweet. At least let's put the word out there. Your solutions are amazing, and we want everybody to at least get to know about what you are building. Secondly, if you can please, before you do the whole tweeting, within the next, after the second team, before we move on to the workshop, we would be taking a group picture, and we would really appreciate if everyone can turn on their camera for just 1 minute. So please, if you need to get ready or something, you have the next 5-10 minutes to get that done. So thank you so much. Team Secure, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nina Rafisobi. And my team name is Team Secure. We are members of WTM Cloud at DACT. So give me a moment, I'll be sharing my screen. Can you go to my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Please go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Mira Fesobi, and then we are a team secure from Women Technical Cloud Ability. My team member is Amana Chidima, and then the name of our solution is moderator bot, and what we built is a kind of moderator that provides an extra layer of security. And what it does is that it analyzes words, images, and medias to check if it is intending to harass. So, for example, let's say in a chat, it's what the bot does is that it checks if the words, the images, and or media is intending to harass by analyzing the data sets which it already has. So if it sees that that the message is intending to harass, then it flags it and it gives the user an option to actually block the sender. So it can be said to be a security service that allows users to have a shield of safety. So I'll be going into the demo quickly. Please, a moment, please. Okay, so please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. And hello. So I'm going to be using two browsers to simulate a chat. Okay. Let's see. Hi. Then I will attempt to harass the user by saying maybe and so from the other user's hand, the user receives that message and the bot flags it and gives the user an option of blocking that particular user. So some of the technologies we used is for the front end, we used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the database, MariaDB. We used the Kaggle datasets that was provided. We used it on Google Cloud Platform, and for the backend, we used PHP. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Maureen. Judges, questions?
I have a couple of questions. The first is, yeah, which problem statements are you trying to solve? And the second question is, so is this like in itself like a chat app, or do you plan for this to be integrated into like platforms that people are already currently using?
Okay, so we plan to have it integrated into platforms that people are currently using. It's not actually a chat app. And then the problem statement we try to use is tackling harassment through allies. That was the fourth problem statement. And this is a tool that we try to, that protects users against harassment.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Amajite.
So beyond the pop-up that says block the user, is there any other steps they can take? What else does the app do apart from that? Or is it really just to flag like disrespectful conduct, or is there anything else?
Okay, so for now, that is what we have. For now, we just flag it and give the user the option to block the user. But some things we have that we plan to implement in future is creating a system whereby users can actually report that particular user to probably an admin, to checkmate, or something like that.
Okay, and will this work on like WhatsApp or social media DMs, or where
So
can this be implemented?
This can be implemented on major things like Twitter, social media like Twitter, Facebook. It can be implemented on those.
Okay, and will it just be for like direct messages, or is it also
Okay,
like,
so for now, what we have is for direct messages, but later on we plan to increase and then probably move it to things like feed, posts, and the rest, to just serve as a moderator between things like feeds and posts also.
Okay, sorry, one last question. I don't know if I missed this. Are you using any Google technologies for this, or are you planning to?
Yes, we are currently using we are hosting it on Google Cloud Compute Engine, and for the media storage, we are hosting it on Google Cloud Bucket.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Olajite. So one question from Jessica would be, what is the unique factor with this that makes it different from every other app that already has the same block options?
I think the unique factor is that it gives a sense of safety, a sense of moderation to users. So users can know that they cannot just be harassed or yes.
Hi, Moyin, are you saying something?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I said that it gives users a sense of safety, because they know that there is actually a moderator that flags or blocks words or content that violates the policies. So it kind of gives a sense of safety and decorum.
Okay. Thank you so much, Team Secure. Yeah, thank you, Team Secure. Going over to the last team, we have Triple D. Triple D, your time starts now.
Good afternoon. My name is Beatrice Gadia, representing Team Triple. Actually, I'd like you guys to give me more minutes. I'm trying to work on my site to bring on this. Okay, I'll just start talking while we work on this, bring the slide to the screen. We all know what cyberbullying is and how it has affected individuals and women in the society. It has affected them emotionally, physically, and otherwise. So we are here to provide a solution to cyber bullying. And our aims, the aim of what our system, we plan on building a safeguard app. And what the app does, the safeguard app, it tries to tell us when someone is trying to say a word like bully you cyberly, bullying on face. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello? Okay, I said the app is a safeguard app. We are trying to rebuild the app so that it can tell us when we are being bullied cyberly, like when someone is trying to send offensive words to us, and also when And also, when someone is trying to send offensive words to us, when someone is trying to hack into our systems and do stuff that are not right, things we don't want on the system, the Safeguard app uses artificial intelligence to detect abusive words. Trying to work on the slide to come to the screen.
You have to
hold for me. I'm trying to share my screen. Okay, the use of artificial intelligence as a pilot to mitigate the wide balance of cyber bullying and social media harassment of the women gender. Maybe I should turn my back camera so you can see my teammates, Triple B, which is Gadia, Blessing, and Belikis. I'm trying to work on my slide.
Are you working on your slide right now?
No, working. I'm trying to bring it to the screen. My system is kind of having an issue, so we are trying to connect to another system so that you can see the slide. Not trying to work on the slide. The slide is already worked on.
Can you drop the link to the slide in the chat box so I can present it for you?
Okay. Okay, we'll do that now. Trying to do that now. She said she wants to share this stuff. So just send, sorry, drop the link on the presentation. We're sorry for any inconvenience because, sorry.
I'm sorry, Tim. Triple B, your time is up. For the judges, now I think it's the judges that will decide if we should still give you more time or not on our duty.
I think we can give more time and maybe they can just try and explain without the slides and see if we can understand.
Okay. Team Triple B, without your slide, can you explain more, give more context as to what you
Okay, the app the app can provide an online platform where we can create like a cyber forensic islands where people can be educated on how to bounce off harassment. It also has an anti-spy content that can also help people, that can help you notice and know when someone is trying to spy on you without your context. And the Safeguard, the app itself, it has both an anti-theft and anti-bully features. The anti-theft features uses artificial intelligence to tell you to detect abuse and theft, while the browser, the app can work with the social media where it uses an AI, that artificial intelligence, to detect abusive and bullying language and also to automatically block spam messages. Then it works with the browser. You can install a security add-on to protect your data, protect you against data theft. And it can also provide like a VPN service where you can chat anonymously on social media. The Google technology used in our solution is TensorFlow, the web framework Angular, mobile app is a Flutter app, then the machine learning to TensorFlow. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much, Triple B. Judges, do you have questions?
How far or what have you done so far? Like, do you have a prototype? Do you have something that works currently? Can you just explain like what states that you're in right now?
We're at the prototype stage for it.
Okay, and is it like an app or is it like a extension, or like what is the format that you have like a prototype for?
More like an app, a safeguard app.
Okay.
I just wanted to
A browser
confirm.
add-on. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I just wanted to confirm which exact problem statement is this for?
You said?
Which of the problem statements are you solving with this app?
The spy, people spying on you through social media and bullying and detecting theft of data without your consent, trying to spy on your social media page and do things that are not permitted to do. Bullying you on social media through foul words.
So would that
artificial
be
intelligence on it?
Yeah, would that be statement 4, tackling harassment through allies?
Yeah, it's still tackling harassment because people spying on you without your consent, going on your social media to steal things without your permission. That's harassing you online.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. So we've come to the end of the pitches. So while the judges collate, finalize on their scoring and the internal team collates the results, we would be going over to the Women Online Safety Workshop. I'm going to be sharing my screen for that. We have Abiodun Asset who will be taking that session. Hi, Abiodun. Let me just quickly share my screen. Hello, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, hi, Abiodun. Over to you. Hello, Abiodun. Okay, pending when Abiodun returns, judges, could you just take a few moments to give general feedback towards the solutions that these women have built on, and just provide a bit of context as to what you would want to see them implement more, say towards when they are building the products. Now they are in prototype phase, say they are moving towards building the products fully. What would you like to see more? Iri, would you like to go first?
I can.
Can you hear me?
I can go first if Iri's not. Yeah. So I mean, all of the ideas, all of the prototypes, are solving very relevant challenges and issues. I think most of them are very well thought through. I think some of the consistent feedback or questions that I had were, how can some of these things be made less manual, made a little bit more automated, kind of looking to the future, what is the next step for the solution that you have now? So always thinking through where it is now, but keeping in mind where you would like it to be if you had more resources, if you had more time, if you build up expertise in certain areas, what is the best this solution can possibly be. Also always keeping in mind your target audience, your target market, who are the people that will be helped most by this, and also how can you make it very convenient for them to use, so that it doesn't become, because the last thing anybody wants is to have to download yet another app on top of all the 1,000,001 apps that we already have on our phones. So making it very intuitive, building it in such a way that people almost don't think about, it becomes second nature for them to use. And then also specifically for the apps that are looking at language and looking at fielding through like bullying language and words. The challenge that you probably have is how to differentiate between something that's bullying and something that's banter, because I guess among friends you can say, oh, you're so stupid, you're this, you're that, in a playful manner, but also just keeping in mind that some of these things might be serious, some of them can just be banter, the way friends talk between each other. So obviously AI is not necessarily at the level where it can distinguish between when somebody is joking and when somebody is being seriously harmful. But understanding the nuance, how to make it so that your app doesn't become annoying every time somebody is joking with their friend, it then pops up that this is harassment. So just thinking of those little things as well. But overall, I'm very impressed. I don't know how much time, I don't imagine you had much time to work on all of these things. And I'm really, really impressed to see some of the ideas that you've been able to come up with. And yeah, really excited about picking some of the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, GT. Iri, would you like to go next? Okay, so the question was that, would you like to share some feedback to these teams about their solutions, what you would like to see when they build out the prototype into an actual product? What are some things that you would want them to consider to help put out a more secure app or a more user-friendly or intuitive app? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, there was someone at my door and I had to just briefly get up. But yeah, I think I would just like to echo a lot of things that GT said, in that all the solutions are really impressive. And I think it's something that everyone has really put some thought into. I think there are a lot of concerns that a application or a product like this would have. So things like security, which we've asked questions about, making sure that the app or the product that you're creating doesn't in itself become a tool that can be used to do all these things, because people are entrusting a lot of access to all of their data and everything to you. So you need to make sure that no bad actor can then use your actual products to do the harassment or the doxing or anything like that. So that's something that's really important. And I think one thing I've also noticed that a lot of the proposed solutions are really extensive and really well thought out, and that's definitely good. But on the other side, you need to look at what you can do to create the like first version of this, because one thing that's always a trap that you can get into with creating a new product is just trying to make the most ambitious version of this instead of like looking at what is like the minimum viable product and what can you do and actually get something out there, and responding based on and iterating based on like the feedback of people actually starting to use that. So that's something that I would say needs to be like taken into consideration at all as well. And yeah, I think that those are the main things. And yeah, like GT said, definitely looking forward to seeing who the top 3 come out to be.
Okay, thank you so much, Georges. So moving on to the next session. Hi, Abiodun, are you here?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, so let me just quickly share my screen and then you can get started.
I'm not quite here. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share about women's online safely training. It's a great privilege to share about this topic because of the need for it at this moment when women don't really have a safe space to express themselves and also achieve what they are supposed to achieve in the future. So I'm honored to take this section and take you through some of the practice. Thank you. Next slide, please. Yes. So women's online safety training is a series of community training bringing together women and allies in tech across the globe to be trained in a way to secure themselves online. We felt women in the tech industry felt the need to create a safe space for women. You know, at previous century, it's known that, you know, women are not good at STEM. Women have not really gone so much in STEM, but now that we're taking the space, we're seeing how to make the space safer for women and girls. Thank you. The next slide. So normally the section norms for us to feel more comfortable and take this as a safe space. We can disagree with ideas, not people. We can move back, move up. And we can also make use of the chat box to really explain your opinion or also introduce yourself. Be present here because this very special section. Confidentiality is assured. If you share something personal about your experience, keep it in the room. Don't share it without explicit permission. We also need to take care of ourselves as women and also listen to hear and not listen to respond. So who is in the chat room? So I want you to all try and introduce ourselves, your name, your role, where you're based, and what brings you here today. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Abiodun Esiet. I'm the Regional Director for World Smart City Organization in Africa. And I'm also a Special Advisor to an Executive Chairman in Nigeria, in one of the local governments in Nigeria. I inspire and ignite women for social change. So you can do the same by introducing yourself on the chat box and tell us why you're here today. Thank you. Next slide. The online safety training workshop. So we're going to talk on the awareness, understanding the challenges women face in online spaces, some of the tactics that we can use to make the space safer, and also passing it on to other people to learn from us and also encourage other people and support other people who might be experiencing a little bit of challenge in the online space. Next slide. So why did you join this tech industry? You can just say that in the chat box. Interested in the tech industry as a person,
because of learning innovative ideas that can help to address some of the needs women are facing. Generally, in the space, in the society, in the physical space, women are being neglected and abused. And, you know, based on the report of World Economic Forum, it was predicted that it's going to take another 100 years for us to have a gender equality, meaning that the children that will be born today will still experience, a girl child will still experience the same victimization, the same inequality that we experience as mothers, as grandmothers. And that's the reason why we have to take the opportunity to see how we can help our girls have a safe space and also be successful in everything that we have to do. Just like this African word says, Ubuntu, we are here for you. I'm here because you are here. So our success, our progress, it's all a joint venture. We can't do better without one another. So we need to support one another to have a more safer space. Next slide. Why should women be able to freely and safely use technology? Why? We can share our ideas and our opinion on the chat box. I think everybody have the privilege to use technology. Technology is the way that women have used to express themselves and also a way to promote their businesses, a way to also share their ideas, to share their profile, to share their ambitions, and a way to ignite our potentials to achieve what we are supposed to achieve. Technology doesn't have gender. It's all about someone who can use the innovative ways to address the issues that mankind is facing. So you can also share your own views about why we're able to freely and safely use technology. Next slide. And thanks for sharing your thoughts and also introducing yourself on the chat box. What was the moment when you felt uncomfortable or unsafe online? You could also share that because this is a safe space. Feel free. If you want to share, fine. If you don't want to share, you can also keep that. But if you want to also share, you can raise up your hand. If you have something very important that you want to share on how you felt unsafe online, you can also raise up your hand. We'll give you the space to also share it. At the same time, feel free to also note it down on the chat box. When was the moment that you felt uncomfortable or unsafe online? We'll still go into details about different ways women have felt uncomfortable or different ways that made online unsafe for women. Next slide. Why is women's safety online important to you? As a person, as a member in tech, why do you think safety online is important to you? For me, I think safety online is important to us, for us to protect the self-respect of mankind, to protect self-respect of everybody, and to also help everybody, give the person a safe space to share their view and their thought. But, you know, normal society, women are being victimized, women are being abused in physical society, and this same energy has been taken to the online spaces to abuse the rights of women and to abuse the right of girl child. And felt this culture of impunity has to stop. Everybody should be free to express themselves, and nothing that's physical or feminine should be used against women because they're trying to express themselves or they're trying to pass a safe message across. Next slide. So what does online violence look like? We'll be sharing more about this in the next slide. So there are 9 threat tactics that dominate the online space, one of which is misinformation and defamation, which takes about 67%. Wow, I'm sure some of us are surprised. Cyber harassment, 66%. Hate speech against women, 65%. Impersonation, 63%. Hacking and stalking, about 63%. Video and image-based abuse, about 57%. Doxing, 55%. Violent threat, about 52%. We'll go to the next slide to explain some of these tactics. So You can all see misinformation and defamation, spreading of rumor. The definition of all these terms are here written. You can enlarge the screen to read into details some of the definitions of these tactics. Spreading rumors and slander to discredit or damage a woman's character, misinformation or defamation. There was a young woman who ran for election in Nigeria, and a media had to interview her based on some political experience, and the headline for the interview was "The woman with 5 children is trying to run for office." You can see how that would go. Despite having other skills that could be used to introduce her, that was the best way the media could use. And because the media, we felt, are being dominated by men, and the women who are occupying the space, who are trying to create a space, are not finding a safe space to express themselves and also to protect the interests of women. Another threat is cyber harassment, repeated behavior using textual or graphic content to frighten and undermine self-esteem. Hate speech is also explained there. Violent threat to physical harm through online channels are also explained there. So you can get more details about this. Just enlarge your screen and share some of your views about some of your threats. And in case you have experienced any of this stress, just mention that and tell us about the experience you had. Next slide. Next slide. Yes. So the online harassment involves many actors. We have personal experience in the harassment itself. It can be public and non-public. And most especially, you see that the harassment some of the women face, they've also experienced that in the physical form, in person. And now some of these are taken to the social media to, continue the harassment or to, to handle the issues the women are facing. Some other actors are the support network, which I think we are all currently doing. For my organization, we created a safe space center in one of the communities where women and girls can come to share their ideas, share their feelings, share their thoughts in a safe space where they will not be victimized or judged about their character. And I think we need to create more online safe spaces like this where women can pop in and also share their ideas and share the experiences and see how we can create a network to address some of those experiences. So the safe space I think we should also create is maybe an online, it can be WhatsApp through any media channels where women can come in and know that they will get the right idea, the right advice, and also the right connection to solve all their problems. And not just creating an online spaces, but also for the online spaces to be connected to other actors that we are seeing here, the support network, the third party, which is the law, the platform to advocate that. We have laws in Nigeria that stands against all forms of harassment. It's called Violence Against Person Prohibition Act. It was passed into law in Nigeria 2015, and it's already in more than 23 states in Nigeria. We could use law to protect ourselves. So the network will have connection to different civil society organizations, support system that could help victims that are experiencing any online harassment to get proper justice and also to get some psychological help. The next space. Next slide, please. Yes, so this is a just short video about an ambassador that speaks about our experience. I could also share one of the experience of a young woman who was trying to run for election. The opponent from another political party had to expose some of our private pictures online to, indict the young lady. And with the support system she had, we're able to see how to bring down all those pictures, and we're able to support her throughout our electioneering processes and also give her the necessary and sisterhood support that she needed to run, and also we had to use legal means to address the opponent and also take him to legal means to address and handle the issue in a legal way. And that was how we were able to support the young lady. So you could, because of time, we may not be able to listen to this, but I know you all have similar experiences from people around you and people beside you, and even you are yourself, that you can also share. You can do that on the chat box. We'll send a link to this video on the chat box so that you can also view this video after the webinar. Thank you. Next slide. So what are some of the reflections in some of the stories? What do you feel should have been done right? What do you feel we could do, to create safer spaces for women? And how do you think we can also ensure a safe space online? We'll also talk more about some of the tactics that we need to ensure to make our social media pages or online pages safer for ourselves but in the next few slides. So you can share some of your reflections about the story I share in the chat box. The status of women's safety online. Next slide. With the support of Jigsaw, the Economics Intelligence Unit completed a study in 2016. They interviewed policymakers, government agencies, human rights, developing a credible granular measurement of global prevalence of online violence against women. The next slide. So there were 51 countries that did the research. The internet presents a double-edged sword for women. On the one hand, it provides vital space for women seeking expression and opportunity. On the other hand, it's increasing a vector for abuser targeting women. The COVID-19 pandemic worsened the situation as women spend more time online, increasing their exposure to threat. In the COVID-19 pandemic, we had, a huge rise in gender-based violence, even physically and also in online spaces, because women were stuck with their abusers. They couldn't go out through the lockdown. So as a government agency, on my own part, we had to issue passes to support groups, to CBOs to go out during lockdown time, during COVID time, to rescue victims that have been experiencing online abuse. And we had to also at the same time reach out to victims online with our phone numbers and details for them to reach out to us at a toll-free line and share the experience and also get help for them within 24 hours. So the next slide, please. So we see this research as well. 38% of women reported personal experience with online violence. 65% of those women reported knowing other women who had been targeted online. And also 85% of women reported witnessing online violence against other women. One of the bad experiences I had is people seeing a man abusing a woman in the public space and also doing the video of it and putting it online. So people are now not concerned about rescuing a woman who is going through a violence, but they are concerned about sharing that video and getting so many likes and people commenting on the video they've shared, instead of dropping the phone down and seeking how to help this woman out. Such a slide. Next slide. So owing to the underreported, our results may underestimate the actual prevalence of online violence. It was, we could report that 1 in 4 women reported the behavior to the online platform on which it occurred. 14 reported to an offline protective agencies. Next slide. So there are notable region differences in prevalence rates. We could see in North America, with Latin America, 91%. In Africa, we have about 90%. And in Middle East, we have about 98%. We see more percentage in maybe, conservative countries where women are not given the right to express. So next slide. Next slide. Yes, next slide. Thank you. Yeah, so we have younger women are also more likely to have personal experience online. in online spaces. We see more because, they are new to technology. They're eager to go online because some of their friends, peer groups want to go online. So we see 45% of them. The abuse online can lead younger women to stay silent or leave the online world. You see people after being abused online, their number of friends dropped, and they just become introverts. They keeping to themselves, and at the end of it, you see young women committing suicide because somebody accused them of wrongdoing or somebody harassed them online, and they didn't have the safe space to share some of their feelings too. And that's been some of the high impact of this online violence. It has led to a lot of suicide, and it has led to death of so many people. Next slide. Continuing to drive a sense of helplessness. 9 in 10 women reported that online violence is harmful to their well-being. A lot of them, based on our emotional build, based on our emotional capacity, we're attached to things that we want to express ourselves. And because of this, when you see a woman going through an abuse, it affects their whole system of their well-being. And that's why we have to say no to online violence against women and see how to build more safe spaces online through different tactics that we'll be learning in the next few slides. Next slide. Not only do threats and abuse online work to silence or censor women's voices, they also impact women's safety offline. This is because online gender-based violence against women is a manifestation of such online offline. That's what I explained previously. What they experience, offline is what some people also take online, and also see, have a way of shaping the mindset of the opposite sex, who are the men, in seeing how they treat women, how they react to women offline and also online. For many women in public life, threat to violence online can lead to them fearing for their physical safety offline, and ultimately compromise their ability to do their job. Next slide. The online violence impacts our society and economic at large. It increases the digital gender divide. 9 in 10 women restrict their online activities, limiting their access to employment, education, healthcare, and community. It also impacts the global economy. Online abuses lead to increased medical costs and loss of income associated with damaging macroeconomic repercussions. It can also cause offline, harm. 1 in 10 women surveyed experiences physical harm as a result of online threats. It also limits diversity of online spaces. 50% of women said the internet is not safe space, not a safe space to share thoughts, leads to women's voice being underrepresented. This amplifies some of the victimizations women are currently experiencing. In some countries, women can't speak. They are just to, they can't speak, and they can also share their thought because of cultural norms or religious norms that limit their potentials. And this has also aggravated to the online spaces, shutting them out of the society, shutting them out to express themselves the way they should. The next slide. So what are your reactions to the statistics we just walked through? Did they surprise you? You can share your thoughts on the chat box on how the statistics we just shared has really what you feel about the statistics. Do you think it's good enough? Do you think it's something we need to all work together to stop? Or do you think there are other issues that are increasing the statistics that we are sharing? So you can share your views on the chat, but let's also learn from one another what you feel about the statistics. Next slide. Tips and tactics of staying safe online. Next slide. Can you identify phishing? Take the quiz and find out. Check a quiz and find out. You can just click Yeah. Can you spot when you are being patient? You can take the quiz on your own, or we'll also continue the presentation. The quiz on the chat board, you can just take the quiz and share your thoughts. We can go to the next slide. The link is on the chat box. So there are two. Can we go back to the previous slide? Yeah. So there are two-factor authentic unique passwords. So we are just getting started on the tactics that we need to use to set up and keep our online spaces safe. Two-factor authentication, two-factor verification on WhatsApp. Also request to removal of your personal information from people finder sites. You can do that. Then you can subscribe to a service that would delete you from data broker site, e.g. one of this is a privacy doc. You can also turn off your location tracking on social media and your web browser. You can install software updates to your device as well. You can also audit the online process. So you can have a whole lot of steps that you need to do to get started. You can also use a VPN to log in when you are on an unsecured network. Next slide. Yeah, so the rule of thumb for password building, memorable to you, but difficult for other people to learn. You know, you could use different capital, uppercase, lowercase with different icons. You can use a secure, trustworthy password manager combined with two-step verification. Do not use the same password for multiple accounts. I think we're all guilty of that. A mix of uppercase and lower letter symbols and numbers, at least 8 characters long. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, thank you. So security, you never have had to think about. Google is there, the Gmail, the Chrome is also there, the location history of the defrauder, the YouTube is also there. You can just read what is on it. But the Google, all searches are encrypted by default. So what you search for is protected. So you're safe to search anything and be covered. Gmail also blocks more than 99.9% of spam, phishing attempts, or malware for reaching you. Same as Chrome and other devices. So next slide. Stay safer online with Google. Go ahead, next slide. Yes, so you complete the checkup. You use a password manager for your Google, two-step verification, lock down your phone, complete checkups, and also get started to advance your protection. Next slide, please. Next slide. Safeguard yourself from targeted online attack with Google Advanced Protection Program. So you can go through this. It prevents unauthorized access to your account. It keeps your personal information secured. It also helps to provide extra protection from harmful downloads. Next slide. So we're staying safe on social media. For Twitter, use multiple profiles. They say it's safer. You change your privacy settings on Twitter as well. You prevent hacking, create a strong password. Facebook, you can also control who sees through. You see through your privacy. If you want to make it just to friends alone, fine. If you want to make it to the public, fine. And also by the time you also post something, you can also determine who sees whatever you post. Okay, sorry to call. Yes, so for LinkedIn, also before accepting a connection, you check the degree of separation, you block unsolicited messages. And also, next slide. Okay, so more importantly, practice compassion for yourself. There's a need for you to attend to yourself where you think you need to share your feelings or get help. Try to attend to yourself, and more especially when you're a leader. Leadership is a very lonely position. People feel you're all right and you are the one to support other people, but sometimes you need to take a rest, you need to take a session, you need, just to take a time, a moment for yourself to get yourself back and give yourself a good time, and also seek for support when you think you need one. Next slide. Okay, to find supportive cyber community, locate your people, post a note to the group on your subject on online harassment. You create a separate place where members of your community can be easily reached in the time of crisis. Also give back to your online community, offer support. So give back to online community based on what you've learned today. Give back to community, create a separate space where members of a community can be reached at the time of crisis. Let's learn and keep online space safer for women. Next slide. What are some of the practices you have developed to keep yourself safe online? You can also share some of your thoughts on the chat box on this and tell us some of the practices you have done to keep a safe space online. Next slide. Thanks for those that have been sharing their thoughts. We really appreciate that. So highlights, you find the best way to help while prioritizing your own safety. Distract, delegate, document, delay, and direct. For distract, amplify the original contract, draw attention away from the abuser, report abusive content. That's been the norm when a woman is being raped. The first thing they will ask her, what was she wearing? As if it's all about the abuser, but what about the perpetrator? What did he do? Was he drunk? Was something wrong with him? And all that. Let's distract anything away from the abuser and see how we can talk more about what the perpetrator did. Delegate, ask for assistance from resources or help. Same thing as document, mention, taking screenshots, saving hyperlinks of all the things so that you can fall back on it, and also save it in a secured space like the cloud. Next slide. If you experience online violence, remember that people's choice to commit violence action is never your fault or your full control. It is not your fault. Always remember that. Next slide. Next step. Being an active ally, how will you commit to sharing these tips with other people around you? How will you stand against online violence when you witness one? So you can share this in the chat box and also see, commit to the next step of what you think you want to do. How do you commit to sharing these tips with your it can be your classmates or members of your office or members of your religious group or members that you have the same, you share the same space. How do you make this information available? You can share some of your chats on the chat box for others to see, and let's see how you commit to ensuring a safe space for women and girls online. Next slide. Local resources. I think the list of them are there. Next slide. Encourage others to walk through it. Thank you so much for your time. Encourage others to walk through the virtual learning part. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for sharing your thoughts on the chat box, and also see how you encourage other women around you to have a safe space. Ubuntu. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Abiodun, for that session. So I am just going to go through the chat section and just, okay, so if you have any question about the workshop, please just drop a message in the chat section or unmute your mic and just speak briefly. Any question? So yeah, before people start dropping questions, after the presentation or after the event, we would share the deck with you all, and then you get to watch the videos, you get to take the quiz at a more conducive time for you and all of that. So if you have any question for Abiodun, kindly drop the message in the chat section. Okay, if there is no, okay, can we get the presentation slides? Yes, you will get the presentation slides. Any other question? How can I join the WTN community? Is there a Lagos chapter? So we are going to share more information on that just after this Q&A session. Any other question? Okay, if we don't have any question, I'm just going to hand over to Izini. So I'm going to share my screen for Izini briefly. Hi, Izini, can you see my screen?
Okay, yeah, I can see your screen. Can you scroll up?
Yes, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm just going to talk about how you can join the Women Tech Makers team. So I'm also going to be sharing a link to the website. So the membership empowers women in their careers by providing access to curated resources and events, and as well as information and tools from Google, our partners, and the global tech ecosystem. So we know a lot of women who are interested in tech, but you don't have like the necessary resources or the platform where to learn more on the particular skill in tech you want to go into. So when you sign up to become a member, you get emails that is tailored to that particular skill set you want to learn. Let's say you want to be a web developer, you want to mobile app developer, data scientist, depending on what you're interested in. Then there we also have for people who want to become ambassadors from the site, you can as well apply to become an ambassador. And it's also sorry, please can you scroll up? We've had over the impact women tech makers have met so far. We've been able to offer 50 up to 50 scholarship, university scholarship. We all know about the nano degree program. You also get 100% travel. They've been able to offer 100 travel grants, visit to so many countries. Remember, you also get to network when you attend tech events and the likes of them. So for those who want to register, I'm going to be sharing the link on the chat box so you can register, you can apply to become a member. And also to note that for now they're working on the membership page. So when you click on there, it will tell you that you should check back by September 2021. So yeah, so you can just have the link handy. Then by next month, you can try applying to become a member. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Izini. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to join us today for this session. I personally am glad that the efforts the team put into planning for this hackathon, we've come to the end of it, and I'm very sure that everyone got to share an experience or get to meet another lady who has had some at some point faced a challenge based on the comments we were dropping in the chat section, some of the stories people just dropping. I know that you may not feel comfortable to share everything, but the little people have shared, it's enough for you to know that, yeah, all of these solutions are actually necessary. So thank you so much, everyone, to all the teams who took their time to actually work on these solutions. You guys, you ladies are amazing. This is really awesome. You didn't have enough time. You had limited resources, and you put in the work and came up with some really innovative solutions. To our judges who took their time and experience to actually go through some of these solutions and ask for feedback, ask for clarification, and then took a part towards being unbiased by assigning scores. Thank you so much. We've been having conversations about this for close to a month, and I'm really excited that we've come to the end of it. And I'm pretty sure that at the end of the day, everybody would be happy with who the winners of this hackathon are. Then finally, to Abiodun, who took her time to take us on a workshop to help women become more safe and secure online. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do that. I really appreciate everyone for making the time and staying through till the end. So it's time for us to announce the winners of the hackathon. So I am only going to announce, or let me just announce from, I'm going to announce only the top 3. Yeah, we're only announcing the top 3 who won, and I'm also going to be so that everybody would know that, okay, this is how it went. Okay, so let me just quickly share my screen. Okay, so can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. So in third place, that is winning the prize of 150,000 naira, we have Team ZPR, who built a solution on tackling harassment through allies using machine learning using machine learning and a database SQL to ensure that all of the details which people are given, and then it's providing a way for people to track and then also send messages to NGOs or police departments to help provide support when women are being harassed in real time. Thank you so much, Team ZPR, for taking the time to work on this solution. Then moving forward, in second place, winning the prize of 250,000, we have Soft Tech Solution, who built a solution around cyber stalking. Thank you so much, ladies, for taking the time and energy, taking time to actually work on this. It's really amazing seeing women being able to provide solutions to things that are actually a problem to every single lady at one point or the other. We may not be able to share, but then having women within our community who are passionate about this enough to actually put in the work is really impressive. Thank you so much, Soft Tech Solution. And taking the grand prize of 400,000 naira, we have Ladies Crushing IT Africa, who built a safety police. Thank you so much, ladies, for taking the time to build all of these solutions. This was really amazing. And I'm sure that from here, you get to go ahead and build more on these solutions. We are super proud of you. We are really glad that you took the courage to participate, to apply for the hackathon in the first place. And then even as we had a whole number of teams excuse me, a whole number of teams who applied. There were people who dropped off later, and even until this morning, it was this morning that we knew the number of teams who would actually be presenting. So thank you so much, everyone. This was really amazing. And I would like to appreciate our partners, the Peer and Talent Cure, who supported us by providing access to resources to help support with the community event. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any comments or if you would like to congratulate anyone, now would be the time to just drop a message in the chat section or even say hello to anyone. Okay. Yeah, so let me just stop sharing my screen. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in the Online Safety Hackathon by Women Techmakers Nigeria, which is a clustered event comprising of all Women Techmakers chapters in Nigeria. So if you would like to join a community, you can just reach out to me on Slack before we disable the workspace. You can just reach out to me on Slack and tell me where you are, and I can try to hook you up with the community lead. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, so for the prizes, I'm going to be reaching out to all of the team members and getting them, ensuring that they get their money today. Yeah, so thank you so much. Oh yeah, we are supposed to take pictures. Thank you so much, Nana, for reminding me. Please, if you can just briefly turn on your camera for just 1 minute, please, just less than 1 minute. I'm just going to take screenshots. Yeah. Yeah, we're turning our cameras. Ooh, really beautiful ladies. Why were you hiding your face now? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for turning on your camera. Yeah, we're just waiting for a few more people. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for this. Onajite, would you like to say some final words? I mean, you are the person from SSA. So Onajite has been supporting with ensuring that this goes as planned since from the beginning till now. And she and Ada is not here, but she and Ada have been providing support to the regional team who are organizing the event. So thank you so much, Onajite, for that support.
Thank you, Rachel. I think you guys have done an amazing job. This has been, really, really, really excellent. I just want to say congratulations to the 3 teams that won, but all of you are amazing. Even those that didn't win this time, we can see your thought process. We hope you'll continue to work on your solutions. And, this is some really important work. Of course, all women, we want to all be safe online as well as offline. And if we want to do it, we have to do it ourselves. Nobody's going to do it for us. So seeing you ladies coming up with these solutions is so inspiring. I really, really loved being here today, and I love seeing all of your beautiful faces now. Rachel, thank you for giving me this opportunity. As much as I've been supportive, you guys came up with this, amazing event yourself. All we did was provide you with, the kind of the platform to do it, and you took the reins, ran with it, and I couldn't have imagined it going any better than it has. So really, really congratulations, well done. And I look forward to doing, even more activities with you all. Have an amazing weekend.
Thank you so much, Onajite. So finally, I would like to appreciate Blessing and Izini and Susan. Susan is not here. Susan built the website for the hackathon. She's on camp right now. So it was really amazing. Like, she really wanted to participate. She hated that she couldn't. Thank you so much, Susan. Izini, who has provided support with marketing all through when we started, ensuring that the design guy was pushing out amazing designs. Thank you so much, Izini. And Blessing, who has been providing operations and logistics support. You girls are amazing. We've had an amazing run for the past 2 months. I couldn't have done this better with anyone. Thank you so much. I am super grateful. And I look forward to more with everyone in the community. Thank you so much, Iri, for taking the time to join us. Thank you, Onajite. Thank you, Jessica. I am super grateful. Jessica, so Jessica was introduced, I was introduced to Jessica through my roommate. When I told her that, okay, my roommate is a gender specialist, I told her I needed someone in gender space, and she reached out to Jessica, and Jessica was like, yes, please sign me up. Thank you so much, Jessica. Iri, thank you for taking our time from your busy schedule to do this. I know that a lot of mentors within our community may not have had time, but you took out the time. I am super grateful. My team is super grateful. Ladies, thank you so much. I think what I'm super excited about this whole, the winners of this hackathon is that it comes from a diverse space. That is, we have people from Northern Nigeria, we have people from Southern Nigeria, we have people from Western Nigeria. You ladies are amazing. Thank you so much for ensuring that this was a diverse and inclusive hackathon. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Please tweet about this, drop a message on your WhatsApp group or something to let people know that you are super amazing, you won the prize. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.